Alright guys, welcome back. This is Bad Senator. So, what you're looking at right now is the 2018 election map if the polls are correct. So, a lot of these states are polled, and when there weren't any polls, I went with the pundit predictions. So, as we can see, this is what the map looks like. Now, some notable things. Montana is a safe Republican. As you can see, Jon Tester, a Democrat, is the incumbent, so it's rather shocking the polls showed a safe Republican. Now, let me just clarify. These really light-shaded states are where the lead for the Democrats or Republicans is 5 points or less. In slightly darker shades, it's where they're likely like 6 to 10 point lead, and safe is when it's more than 10 points that they're leading by. Okay, so again, some noticeable things here is that in states like Montana and Indiana, you have Democrats who are either likely or safe out, according to polls. Now, is that what's going to happen? Of course not. It's just one poll. Because in both of those cases, it's just one poll. Another interesting thing here in the Northeast, you have a bunch of safe races, including what should be very close races in West Virginia, Ohio, and Michigan. All of those are apparently safe, according to the polls. Again, it probably won't be that much of a landslide for those three candidates. Well, it might be in Michigan, but the other two states, Ohio and West Virginia, it probably would still be close, but pretty notable at this point to see that the polls are showing Manchin and Brown so far ahead. Another interesting note here is we can see Tennessee, Arizona, and Nevada are all Democrat pickups, albeit very narrow ones. See, Phil Bredesen beats Marsha Blackburn, and Kyrsten Sinema beats everyone, and Jackie Rosen barely by 1 point beats Dean Heller, according to the polls. Yeah, and it also shows Josh Hawley beating Claire McCaskill. I mean, in the election, he might kill Claire McCaskill. Get it? Oh, I'm a terrible punter. Anyway, that's what the map would look like if all the polls were right. And then we have a 51-49 Senate majority for the Republicans. So Republicans would hold on. No, there would be no net change. Republicans would win in Montana, Missouri, and Indiana. That'd be their pickups. And Democrats would win in Nevada, Arizona, and Tennessee, which would be their pickups. And anyway, actually, I just realized something. I made a mistake. This should be light. That should be light red. But still, that's just the polls. Now, what's my actual prediction? My actual prediction's obviously going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do safe and likely states. I just did safe and leaning states before, but I think likely is going to be pretty necessary in order to really get a good idea of what my prediction is. So, starting right now, this is my prediction. I still think Nevada is on track to be a pickup for Jackie Rosen, but I think Arizona is now favored to go to the Republicans. I think Martha McSally is favored to win the primary, and if Martha McSally wins the primary, she outperformed Clinton in her district by huge amounts, and I think it could counteract the moderateness and wide appeal of Kyrsten Sinema. Because Kyrsten Sinema is a blue dog, she's a moderate, so it'd be two moderates running against each other, and I think Martha McSally would just have a larger appeal and would be able to win. Obviously, I think Texas is likely, just because there was really low turnout for Democrats in the primary there. I think Tennessee is still favored to be a Republican win. Not surprisingly, considering Marsha Blackburn is a Republican in a very red state. I think Phil Bredesen does have a chance. If he does want to win, he has a chance, but I still think it's a long shot. Indiana, I actually think that's going to be a pure toss-up. Well, almost pure toss-up. But I think if I had to say who was going to win, it'd probably be Joe Donnelly. And that's just simply because, I mean, he is more of a moderate and he has bigger appeal, and it's also a pro-Democrat year. But that's just me saying stuff. That race is going to be very, very close. Wisconsin, I actually think Tammy Baldwin's in more likely category now. And so is Bob Casey. Sherrod Brown, Joe Manchin, both leaning. I've moved Tina Smith to likely as well. And the reason I just did all that, Wisconsin, Republicans are losing a lot in Wisconsin. They lost that special election. They lost that A few days ago, there was a Supreme Court special election on the Wisconsin Supreme Court, which they lost by double digits. Pennsylvania, some polls are coming out showing Lou Barletta down very, very big, and Bob Kesey is a really good candidate for his state. So I think that Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Minnesota have all simultaneously gotten less likely for the Republicans to make gains in. North Dakota, I think Kevin Cramer is still favored to win. Now, I think in Montana it's not likely, it's leaning Republican. Okay, so my reasons for calling those two states. North Dakota, I think that Trump could be used as an asset here. One of the only states he's going to be used as an asset. Basically, Trump's approval ratings in this state is 57, which is pretty big compared to the rest of the country. And I think he'll just campaign it, like he'll campaign for Cramer, and I don't think Heidi Heitkamp is going to overcome it in the end, just because Donald Trump is so popular up there in North Dakota. Like, her approval rating is less than Donald Trump's in North Dakota. So that's how big Trump's approval is up there. Montana, Jon Tester, not really a moderate Democrat. Some people say he is. I don't think he is, and I think that people aren't going to be happy, and whoever their Republican nominee is going to oust him, because people, I think, are angry with that. He's not being a bipartisan senator. But anyway, that's where the map is right now. 53 Republicans to 47 Democrats. You see, 5, technically, these states could go to Democrats if leaning ones fall. 5 could go to the Republicans if these other leaning Democrat states fall. And then we have 2 likely states, Mississippi and Texas. And then we have 3 likely states to the Democrats. Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Minnesota. And the rest of it's safe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys, I think Wednesday. Bye!